Welcome everybody. In this episode, I'm Uncle Mark, of course. I'm just watching a buddy of mine. He's doing his stabilizer links on his, I believe this is a 2018 Equinox. It's got lots of miles in it, like, I don't know, 240,000 miles. It's running pretty good. We're going to watch him do it step by step, from start to finish. Show you where we put the jack underneath here. There was a place that you could put it and hold it in there. Of course, throw some jack stands as well. Then the first problem we had was his lug nuts are swollen. Yeah, I believe these are 19 millimeter, the original nuts. So we were able to kind of hammer on the socket and get this one to come off. Of course, now try and take it out of the socket. We tried a few different methods here and finally got it off. And it wasn't the only one. Nice to find this out not when you're on the side of the road and you're having like issues like a flat tire. You want to know ahead of time, so maybe check yours and make sure. We made a hole into the top of it. So we tried taking another one off, and same issue here. Couldn't really get any to grab on it. And it's basically just like a chrome cap that sits on them to make them look pretty. It makes the nut a teeny bit bigger, so we couldn't get it off, so we just kind of worked away at this little cap that's on there. It's not really supposed to be removable when they get old, and there we go. The nut under it starts swelling. There we go, that's what it looks like. Then you're left with this, and I'm thinking it's probably, if the original size was 19, then that'll be 18 because it's going to be smaller. Now what you could do is just leave it like that and have two different wrenches for it, or two different sockets, but I suggest just changing them. So we pre-soaked all our bolts or the threads on them, and then when we went to working them again, see, we even got this bottom one, some white stuff on it, penetrating well, just so then hopefully it comes off a little easier. That was the plan. Of course, they are tight. These are 18 millimeter nuts for sure. Not much room here with the back of the wheel well.
Okay.
So we're having a little bit of issues here. Now, I wasn't paying too much attention because I was recording.
Don't break your hand.
But the easy thing would have been just turn the steering wheel. We're on the right side, so turn it to the left all the way, and that wrench will be sticking out like kind of towards the street. And that would have sure helped in getting a little more space there. He's going to spray it again and go for it. Then there's a middle bolt that you can hold it from spinning. This was a 9 millimeter wrench. I don't know what yours will be, because if it's been replaced, it could also be another size as well.
Yeah.
Or you might have to hold it with a torx bit. We'll show you that in a minute. Hey, if you like the video so far, can you give me the thumbs up? That way YouTube will know we're doing our best to provide some decent content and hopefully save you some money. Then back to him hammering away at it, trying to get it. You see that middle wrench is being held against the strut, so it's stopping the whole unit from spinning, because it'll spin. At least we're not cutting them off like sometimes you have to do. These are the two different styles. The one on the left you see uses a torque bit, and the one on the right we were using a, I think was a 9 millimeter wrench. Actually, I think he had one that was a little smaller, and maybe it was a standard.
There you go.
What is this? I think it's a T40 torque bit. Again, it kind of depends on where you're getting your parts from. He's getting close anyway, and because I don't know what this little wrench was he put on there, I don't know if it was my wrench or his wrench, but it's on. It's stuck there kind of tight. I'm thinking it wasn't the right one. Eye protection, of course, is a good idea, because when this goes to flinging, could get you in the eye, or even some rust pieces.
There you go.
Anyway, we were stubborn, or he was stubborn anyways, getting this thing off.
Well, I think it's just into that.
Yeah, we had nothing but time. I don't know if it really took too long.
Yeah.
Except that these threads are so long, you're turning and turning and turning these bolts. That one finally came off. Thank goodness for that. Well, it's half of it. Now you can either leave this top one in and work on the bottom one, or take it out now. It's probably not going to matter too much, except that it's holding the sway bar down. So we thought, Should we take it out or not?
You can get it to
Although every time we tried to give it some pressure with a wrench, it wanted to move
How are we doing?
the lower control arm. So we're hooking where the ball joint is and not that backing plate.
Okay, now we have tension.
And our goal was to try and either relieve some pressure or add some pressure so we could get the top to pop out. And again, I guess we could have just waited and got this bolt off the bottom here first. You see he's got a chrome bar in there, trying to pull up or pull down. We're hoping that way we can pop the top off here, as we're mentioning, and there we go. All of a sudden, seemed to just come out.
It's off.
No,
Told you.
as long as it came out, that's all that really matters. Of course, if we thought we had no room doing the top one, the bottom one's even worse. Getting between your CV joint shaft and the lower control arm and other stuff. Oh, by the way, there's a playlist on this vehicle, top right-hand corner, on the Chevy Equinox, a couple different vehicle years, makes, models, and some of the different things we've done to them. If that can help you out. Yeah, tools everywhere. Yes, this is an 18 millimeter.
18 fits the
At least on this one it was.
turning
You
like
can
did
see-
on the other one.
Once you hook on there with your wrench,
Not much room there to get in there either.
there's not much room to move
I'm
it.
just trying to think. Is
And then you're going to have to take the wrench off
on the other
and move up to the next lug part of it.
It's-
How's that going to work?
Some
Yeah.
So we thought, well, maybe we can make a little more room. We'll try and stick something in between there, give us a little more room. First we tried prying with a couple different bars. Here you'll see the problem here. Once you hook on, not very far to move down, and the whole thing wants to, the sway bar wants to go down,
No.
move with our wrench.
I almost think we need to stick that top piece back
much
in.
fingers.
Oh, block of wood, that could work.
So we thought we'll jam something in there, at least it'll stay. We'll at least have as little movement as we can and work with that.
How's that?
That's what we ended up doing.
You have to get a wrench.
I don't know
in
where you
there,
can get a black piece of 2x4. No link in the description for that. There's a tool link though. If you want to take a look at some tools, could use some of these tools. Amazon link there. Oh, doesn't like a big hammer.
I'm thinking so, but
Let me get it to move. There we go.
oh, yeah.
Poke free.
Okay,
No, it's like,
procedure.
I don't know how many times he's going to have to move that with this wrench.
And it seems we've done this
I
before,
wouldn't be
and it's the
exaggerating
same
if I say
result, but
that
here's
little
how
bit
we
of
go.
movement, it's going to be
Take it.
50 times. Plus now we got to make sure the middle one's not turning, because the whole thing will want to turn. It's just a ball in there. So here he goes. Oh, and ratcheting wrench to the rescue too. But he's been working pretty hard here already, and those threads are long. Look at it, how much time. And we've kind of sped this up a little bit, I've skipped ahead. Figured let's have a rest. Well, he'll have a rest. Then he was back at it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, most of them are step-by-step with torque values and wrench sizes and all that kind of stuff. Bottom right-hand corner, you can subscribe, and the next video that comes out, you'll get a notification.
Pop out. There you go.
And that came out.
No,
So we're looking at the new one now,
there's no.
and pretty sure it's going to fit in there.
Or
We did buy them in pairs. Just one was making noise, but why not replace them in pairs? Then you know they're both good. Otherwise, you're going to have one good one, one bad one, and one's going to wear out faster than the other. And it may even make the other one wear out faster. Big bar again. Actually used the bar from our jack. It's our jack handle. Try and get a little bit of leverage to try and get our link to go back in. What we found out later is that for some reason this had two different size links, and I'm wondering if that's why we had some trouble.
This way?
Because the other side
Less and
is
less
either longer or shorter than this side was, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. Somebody replaced one side, and it was like literally a good inch shorter or longer, whichever side you want to look at. So if you allow yourself, I don't know, at the very worst, a couple hours,
Marginal.
have a couple of breaks like we did, maybe have some coffee, maybe other kind of beverage. That one's done. Slip this guy in now,
Here.
and we're just about done.
this way.
Hopefully it's been of some help. Just at least to help you see, you know, the other side may actually go a lot faster. Just for the fact that you'll be on the other side of the CV joint, so it should help. At least we hope it will. So I'm guessing that this was the hardest side to do. So thanks for spending 10 minutes with us. Maybe we'll see you another time. You guys be safe, take care, and hopefully this maybe saved you some money.